Damn it. Alright, let's test this real quick. Alright. I think that works. I think it works. Alright, yo, it's XP. We are back with another live stream. We're doing some Divinity Original Sin 2 today. It seems YouTube is completely broke. Yeah, YouTube's broke. As usual. Alright, so we're playing some Divinity Original Sin 2. So I remember playing this one time before. I have completed it. So this is going to be my second playthrough, but we are going to do Explore mode. Actually, we're going to do Story mode. Because I haven't played this in a long time. And, yeah, cool. Also, we're playing with add-ons and stuff, so... Honestly, what is wrong with YouTube today? Hold up, let me test it. Alright, so that works there. Alright, let's see if this... I don't think... Yeah, YouTube's broke. I can tell because, buttons be balked. I can tell because I don't know, it's just weird. Alright, we're just waiting for this to load. Hey, yo, this is on my SSD. Why is it taking this long to load? From the main adventure. I don't know what it means by that. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure you can make your own custom ones, which I think we're going to go with. Because it doesn't really make sense to go with one of these. Because... I mean, it does. She's actually really good. From what I remember of her, she does... She's very sneaky. So give me a second, because I'm also trying to help someone else set something up. Same time. Bro. Oh. Okay. Right. I remember screwing up some parts of the story. It's really difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Can we randomize this? Oh, he deliberately does that, okay. I thought that was a bit bugged. Wayfarer, Shadow Blade. You can choose whether to be male or female. gonna take helmets off. The females are incredibly tall on lizards. If you compare that to the male is so short. Undead dwarf. Okay, so technically we've only got 3 races to play around with. So I'm kind of curious. Actually, 4 races, sorry. So we could be a dwarf, elf, human, or lizard. I would have done a chat GPT or some. Or wait, I'm pretty sure we can do something random. Hold up, what's the what's that wheel of names? Dwarf, human, lizard, or elf. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to window capture. So you see this? Let me can you? You can still see me. Right, okay. So we're gonna spin the wheel. A lizard. We're gonna be a lizard this go. Alright, we're gonna be a lizard. Time to be a lizard. Atlantean, Frost Sworn, Ice Vein, Tidecaller, Arsonist, Inferno, Phoenix. Oh my god, there's so many. Alright, I just want... Jesus Christ. There's so many. Alright. I'm gonna bring this up again. We're gonna do a completely randomized run. So is it Atlantean? Frostsworn. This is gonna take a while, by the way. Frost. No, there's gonna be Ice Vein. Tidecaller. By the way, Arsonist. Some of these things I don't know. I'll have to do it another way if that does not work for them. Infernal. Phoenix. There's so many different builds. Scorcher. Oh my days, man. Spectre, Wizard. I'm gonna cut this out of the video, by the way. Umbra. So I'm just checking something real quick. Oh, I get it. Um, right, sorry, give me a second. Battle Mage Cleric. See how many freaking builds there are? Conjurer, Witch, Conjurer, Witch, Fighter, Enchanter, Inquisitor, Fighter, Enchanter, Inquisitor. Wow, this is gonna Metamorph, Knight, Rogue, Ranger. Metamorph, Fighter, and I think it's Ranger. Not Fighter, Ranger. Oh, Rogue. Knight. Rogue. Fighter. I think that was there. Pretty sure it was. Metamorph, Knight, Rogue, Ranger, Wayfarer. Shadowblade, Grove Tender. Plague, Sentinel, Terramancer. Plague. Sentinel, Terramancer. Sentinel, Terramancer. Bro. Jesus Christ. You see how many there are? We've already got Fighter. Somewhere. Yeah, so we already did Fighter, so what the hell? Okay. Here we go. This is going to be for the class, the build, by the way. Don't give me something that I don't know what. Scorcher. I suppose it makes sense for a lizard, right? So we'll be a Scorcher. I'm not gonna lie. This might prove to bite us in the backside because I kind of wanted this. Because that kind of looks cooler. By the way, I think... yeah, I think we'll go with that. That'll do. Appearance. I'm not gonna keep using the thing, by the way. Oh yeah, let me
Prepare yourself. I'm ready. I'm ready. Meet your... I'll yield to... Nice try.
I don't think that fits, but it doesn't matter. I think that makes more sense, right? Because fire, red. So, well, that's red and yellow, but you know what I mean. We'll go with what they've given us. I think living armor. I guess that'll do. Yeah.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Alright. So we only know that part of the story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy
Oh, really?
now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So, it wasn't a dream after all.
Alright, so this...
Junk.
yeah, there's nothing there. You can attack the door, by the way. But do you know how long that would take for you to break this door down? A long time. Nothing in there. I think.
An animal sty. Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully.
Yeah, that's not what I want.
Did you expect a needle?
Yes, I did. Oh yeah, I've already checked that. No. Sometimes, yeah, there you go. Sometimes you find bits and pieces in these things. Let's see if we can pick lock. Are you kidding me? How do we... We can... Maybe. We can just break through. Yep. We'll just have to keep doing this. That's one way of doing it. Okay. Wait again, and then we can do it again. Let the burning do the damage. But yeah, so I hope everyone enjoys this kind of content. I think my internet's busted here. That it is. Come on. We finally got it. Thank you very much.
You there. Come here.
Alright. What are you doing? I'm just trying to move this oil. don't want to go too close because this guy will just end up killing us anyway.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
Well, that's one way of doing something. We'll take that.
The prisoner's eyes meet yours. He's
Free! And I can set you free in return. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them.
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work.
There we go. We did it, but, I mean, we're gonna need to heal. Okay. Now I think we should be able to move on. Oh wait. Before we do, we want to search that. We want to search this room. I want to search this room. See if we can find some more bits. Healing as well. I don't know what else we'll be able to find, but it is what it is. Yeah, cool. That's fine. $137. We're nearly there. Up to 5 max. The problem with that spell is that you have to be really close to someone in order for it to work. Oh, that's not good.
empty.
Gotta be careful, dude. Really. By the way, the empty bottles should be able to come in handy. It should break the door. There we go. Yep, minor healing. healing potion. Nope, nothing else. Wait, if I do this... Oh, look. Oh, I think that's it.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
What? I didn't even know there was more... How did I know there was going to be more poison? I didn't even see it. Stuff the cards. Is there really nothing here? There really isn't. Well, that sucks. Well, we've gone through all of that.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
I believe.
What a well of knowledge this tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me.
Wait. We still got that part to search. We're finding loads of empty potion bottles. We can sell that. Turn off the candle. Put the candles out.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Mention that there was a little...
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Save scum. I'm gonna call this stream playthrough. And I'm kind of curious. I might not be able to cast Source, but I can cast this. believe it lets you do that. Close the door.
Good God. There's been a murder here.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you no herself. Go ahead. She with.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
When you sleep, you truly sleep. No, I'm joking.
Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
I don't know what to say here. Do you know what? I think we're just gonna play as a prick.
Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who did it and bring them to justice. Who's your real enemy here? You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
I can see what you're up to. You know what this calls for?
No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Completely pointless. Yeah, you two don't need to go in that room. I mean, we could kill every single one of these Magisters. I mean, I did say this. You ready?
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
I didn't do anything.
That's enough now.
wife. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeve refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Say that's true enough. Shake a hand. Losa, you presume.
You presume right.
Losa. Ask if she knows anything about the murder that happened on board.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Tell her she ought to have a look around with you.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Yeah, she's got another side quest that you can actually do in the game. It's to do with whatever happened there.
We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Humour him, let's see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Tell me you're quite the wizard in the kitchen.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
You can make a bum look like a baron. That
Yes,
one.
I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
So you have most certainly have personal pride. I mean, technically speaking, because we are lizard, I think they do have personal pride about them, I suppose.
The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook and groom, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. Still, beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
He thinks so. He thinks you're his what now?
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now shoo!
What a prick.
You got this, Wolf on a
Forgive
leash
me,
now.
kin. Were that I had more than gruel to serve, if I'd more than cornmeal and rotting roots, I'd concoct something more fitting. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
The indignity. That's what I mean. The lizards are quite posh.
One of them. I know it.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I am reading. Is this not evident? My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on the page. Damnable things.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really.
Explain what you that you know why he.
Oh? Oh, I see. I crossed a cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, Lizard. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Became curiously, you want.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Understanding is all rather relative. Take this book, for example. I understand all of it, and yet none of it makes sense. It is simultaneous. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
This is why he was so curious about the gods.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'll see how this game does. If people enjoy watching this, I'll continue. If not, then well.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
An elf sits tucked.
Snake-eyed.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She can decide fates with dice.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone.
Okay.
You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
This is crazy.
A dwarf sits totally upright on the bed. He raises an eye.
Listen up, kiddo. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention to the ship once more.
You look like a kiddo to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the other side. Then,
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here.
Ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy.
Yeah, no indeed, kiddo. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions
Just like I
twinkling
am.
merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, kiddo.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
A scruffy man lounges.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this trampy-fan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He
pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Johnny Big Pants.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Ask Ifan if he knows anything about where you're headed.
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Give me 1 sec, guys. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm not eating on camera. This is weird. But yeah, YouTube is being weird today.
Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
Oh my god.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Huh.
Bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Okay. I can't remember.
They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad?
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, you faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's God-woken, you know. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Coming out of plague-stricken pigs. Keep those bolts trained on her. And if she trots...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep...
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
What the hell?
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Well, that's that then.
What's happened?
Alright, so if I remember correctly, at this part of the game, pardon me, not... I don't know if we can change, can we? I want to try and get in there. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out in the video, to be honest. Let me turn it up a little. Oh. In fact, let me do this. Fake. We'll turn it off. I'm pretty sure we can do 100 frames. Oh! Alright, now we've got to wait. There we go. Why did I do that? Right, there's a few people that we gotta get up. I think you can only wake up 3 people. So, I'm gonna wake her up.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally. She doesn't stir.
Oh! What happened? You.
The lizard's eye.
That's 2.
Ivan lies motionless. Curl, his eyes flicker open.
Lucien. Lucien.
Ivan cries out.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice roll darkly.
Oh, wait. She died? I am curious about something. We might be a prick here, but... Hey, yo! Can't remember who was being a dick to us, but kind of wanted to test that out. Where do we go?
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
No. Wait for the fire to go.
Thank the gods! Like a fine grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Like you don't know? Mutiny!
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take it!
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. The Magisters look to each other.
Your lies end here. Get...
That didn't go in your favor, did it? Nah.
Bishop Alexander. If Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
Like, this game is good, don't get me wrong. To be honest, I'm probably making it boring because I'm like looking around. Are you kidding me? We're burning on the bed! We're burning the bed! I'm sorry, dog.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Right. I want to try and make sure we can get everything we can. Because you never know when you're going to need it.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick! What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull!
It's literally just gold. But we are going to need gold. We're going to need a lot of other things as well.
The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds up his book in one quick, frustrated movement.
I am trying to discover if there is anyone worth saving. And I will be damned if I let the lives of some mayflies get in my way. Go on, go. Swim or drown or do whatever takes your fancy. I have a book to read.
What a prick. Let's see if we can open up this door. I can't remember.
The marking on the door was painted. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood field, it doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ash...
Deathfog! I need to get out of here now!
Yeah, by the way, if you don't know what that is, you walk in there, you're dead. I don't know if it spreads. It might do. I don't think it does though. Bomb. Okay. Right, I'm gonna put on my cam again. Boom.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
What fool? You do! Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at...
Said there were other people down there. You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a boat. Wait! Void Woken!
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph. Glory is mine.
I need aid!
You.
I've faced worse.
Oh. What an absolute fool. What did he go and do? Oh, I see you, Losa. I see that you need help. Whee! Absolutely destroyed her. No, we gotta do that again. I mean, we could get up there, but probably bad loot. Pointless. I'm not risking that.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
Go on, kid. Come on there and get
off, Yank.
You said thank you, there's a...
Right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a save. Overwrite. Mm-hmm.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a boat. Wait! Voidwoken!
Let the games begin.
I've faced worse.
They who are about to triumph.
We make a pretty good team.
This old tub is about to burst.
They smell even worse dead than alive. Let's head above decks for some air.
Wait! We need to wait!
Good stuff, good stuff.
There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
So we supposedly killed this guy. I feel bad. But I was curious. And, well, you know what they say about curiosity.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive.
Yeah.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards.
Tell him that's a pity. Lizards are famed storytellers.
Really? Like, what kind of stories?
Tell him you know an excellent one about a dragon king. He ruled vast lands and married a beautiful elf princess.
A dragon that marries an elf? That sounds silly.
It does.
Can I hear it anyway?
You want me to tell the tale of the dragon, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting the child.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Nod, you are, and by the looks of that collar around his neck, so is he.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured, and maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Ask him why he doesn't seem scared.
Guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
Okay. So this is interesting because I did play the first one. I've already played through this one. I haven't played through this as what I am right now. I usually go human and usual, like, what you call it? The usual, like, warrior build.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn,
yeah.
They made it to shore.
The squirrel looks at you in shock. Are you sure you want to chase him away? The squirrel turns his nose up at you and turns away. But his cat seems more than happy to tag along, dragging its owner with it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right, now we gotta find the people, and then we're gonna try and get a load of followers. This guy is useful, I think.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Tell him you were glad to be of help.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom. Now,
Ask what he's...
if there's nothing further...
Ask what he's doing standing on the rock.
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
Ask what he means by lost exactly.
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Utter incredulity?
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer. The spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment.
Yes.
The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of our kind's revered mystics. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
Well, I forgot you can actually let them choose their own thingy. Or you can choose their own thing. We'll keep him as a fighter.
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Alright, we're gonna go and get the other... We're gonna get two more. I think we'll get Losa and... There's another guy.
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
Please.
The cat's eyes are clouded, its eyes clear.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our god...
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, your holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Dickhead.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Right, I'm gonna turn the camera a minute. There we go.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Yeah, but how do we know? There might not have been any proof. We need to go and search the land.
I've spotted something. Let's hope this is worth the digging.
We need to find the others. I know we can get up there, but we can't do that right now. I think the others are in the town, so we'll have to go there. But yeah, this is what I mean by these games are good, but I don't know. The streaming, I don't think it's that great, but again, I'll just see how everyone else feels about this.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find any bread. I want no trouble.
Pipe down, Forrest. It's time to accept reality.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth, you filthy cud chewer.
Have your cud.
Disgusting. Just like all
Yeah, Losa!
Hey, I know you.
I know you
Losa, too. The dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube. And you were you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape?
So you're not sure you fell into the water and were nearly lost?
Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only.
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit, well, a bit hospitable. Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted.
So looks can be deceiving.
Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy?
Say the Magisters hauled you in. Something about being a danger to yourself and society.
Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that.
Sounds
it
like a
does,
good
right?
idea.
Before we head out,
I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be?
She can stay as she is.
So, we're good to go? Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought, and I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way.
I might get the elf, because the elf is actually...
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... It's just... I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility will have been for nothing. Good luck with your friends, though. Enjoy your last days in good company, won't you?
I'm sure. Keep her name out your mouth, Albert.
Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead.
Alright, so we just need to find the elf.
Hey.
Oh wait, I just remembered.
What do you think in messing with Griff's brutes anyhow?
This one's hard.
Save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
I think we should go for summoning at some point. I think we'll end up doing more damage to going this route. I'm pretty sure she is out here somewhere. I can't remember where the elf was. I know she's out here somewhere.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better off.
Leave it, Sam. I won't say it again.
No, really.
To puke yourself to death and get
No, we don't want to go that. No, not
You
yet.
should be happy for Groot.
What did you say?
Oh, where is she? That's Needle. That's Stingtail. We will have to fight these at some point. Bro, where is she? Because I believe...
When another divine arises,
I'm pretty sure she's over here somewhere. I know for a fact she's over here somewhere. Because she's sneaking around trying to get to the guy that we need to look for him. I just can't remember where. I don't trust that guy. There she is. How did I not see her before?
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with dice. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll. Or so she... Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time, I'll let my needle do the licking. No such thing as just another lizard. No such thing as a lizard that means no harm.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
It's dawning on you, isn't it? Why I hate reptiles like you.
You recognize the scar as a lizard slave. Okay.
Forgive me if I don't take your word for it.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed. Never. You are a lizard, perhaps a slaver. Why should I freely chain my fate to one like you, like I was once forced to? I hate to say it, but you make sense, fork tongue. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you provided we talk to another lizard. The one I've had my eye on. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours.
Say that rogue is exactly
Suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side, for the moment.
Yeah, but we already have a human. I didn't really want the other guy, so it's gonna be her or Thane. Wish you could have like up to 5 companions. That'd be sick.
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a groveling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudene leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down and follows suit. After about half an hour, they wake up and begin to discuss what they saw in their dreams. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance in response.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tailed fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of dreamers, the dreams themselves prove to be quite elucidating. Turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The myth-shrouded House of Shadows. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne. Of course it is. I was born with the promise of an empire, and that promise will be kept. But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer. A greater one. A more experienced traveler of the dream world. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort. So, let us make our escape and venture there post-haste.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too, if I chewed that much Druden, eh?
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
The sun shines bright upon this island, but its hidden heart is dark. In a final heartbeat. Why? Did you assume I wouldn't? Ha! As it happens, that invitation is why I let you live. Your flesh is weak. All flesh is weak. But your spirit remained strong as your flesh was being pierced. That I admire.
Okay.
We may see no bars, but we are firmly behind them here and now. As I hunt for answers, escape must ever be on our minds. Ha! Nonsense. We've already cheated death coming here. We have but to cheat the living to leave.
That's true.
Ha! Shouldn't be too hard, trust me. May require some needlework, though. Let's save those for later, shall we? Not quite the thing I tend to share with strangers. Suffice to say, I need to speak with a certain lizard, so let's find him. Huh, hardly. I walked up to the quay, asked for the ship to Fort Joy, and declared myself a sorcerer. I'm here to hunt, remember? Here to play a game of tic-tac-terminate with a special certain someone.
As you're about to approach the lizard, Sabine cups your chin between thumb and index finger, then guides your eyes to hers.
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then the questions commence. You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction, and as she wipes her needle clean, shoots you a cursory look.
Chat's over.
Demon elf, how dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my pleasure.
Well, at least she's done something that we need. Not gonna lie, I don't think. Technically, I don't need that. She can have the boots. she's gonna need them. Well, technically, Sybil needs them as well, but I think we need to go to the shop, see what bits we can sell, and see if we can. We're gonna need to give ourselves the best fighting chance. At the same time.
I won't say it again.
Come on, chap. Don't be unreasonable.
We need to level
You
up.
want to puke yourself to death and get purged. What do you think?
Ha! I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead.
Is this gonna be another attempt on your life because they're a frightful bore, frankly?
Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody help it. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance. It's stabbing time.
Oh, you are. Oh, shit. However,
These assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really. Well, that was rather fun, wasn't it? I do find it ever so invigorating to cut a cutthroat's throat. Oh, one gets used to this kind of thing so quickly. This is hardly the first time someone's filled some poor fool's purse and bid him kill the prince. I'll tell you what, though. The House of Shadows will have to do a lot better if it seeks to get the better of me. All those bumblers they've sent so far mark a mere insult to my swordsmanship.
we have to be careful. Hell no. Pull back. But, yeah. I can understand if people don't really want to watch this, because it can get a bit tedious. But, I do... This is still one of those kind of games that I like. Don't get me wrong, Baldur's Gate is a great game.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game, but... I don't know, man.
She ain't coming back.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
Disgusting like threats.
We need to go back. We need to go back over here. Fight these. Try and level up. Basically. But yeah, this is the kind of game that I like if I want to chill out or
stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
They didn't put up much of a fight. Dry land mustn't suit them.
It was good to see some of them bleed after what they did to the ship.
Good riddance.
Drowned and eaten by a void woken. I wonder in which order.
Okay. Don't trust that. Where is it? I mean, she only needs like a little bit. We just need we just need to find, I can't remember what other stuff there is, but I know there's a lot of other stuff that we...
I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, he's leaning...
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to...
Skeletal
Damnation. That's stuck fast. I wonder... Does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Oh. It's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
Admit that you're surprised to find him here. Why did he head for a prison island?
It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip.
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Oh, yes. An exceptionally common, but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have important things to do on Reaper's Coast. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my business in peace. No, I may be an eternal, but my patience has its limits. Indeed, I may be the only eternal. My people seem rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Eternal? What is that? Some sort of cult?
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice. We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. We disappeared. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world.
Ask why he's still here if his people have vanished.
Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, I was inconvenienced for a time. Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps millennia. One tends to lose track. I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see. Splendid. Although, it seems you already have quite a pack of traveling companions. Perhaps you should try discarding some grit before you help yourself to a pearl.
That kind of sucks. I kind of wish that you could have more than 4 companions, but okay. We should also come up here, but I think we can. Right, now we'll just gotta wait. I can start connecting people.
is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late! Never mind. It is not your concern. You leave. But...
She leans forward.
Please, do not lead anyone here.
Don't aim to. I'm gonna double save. Gonna double save in case.
What's happening to these turtles? They're transforming.
Yeah. Thing is just for this wave. Okay, because she's the mage, and she needs something.
Swallowed too much seawater, by the looks of it. Foolish to attempt an escape by sea in these waters.
Do we have a lockpick on us? Pretty sure we do. I'm pretty sure we picked one up. me see. What happens if he attacks it? He does more damage. Just trying to think what else is around.
What's this? I found something. Almost there.
Also, exploration does really pay dividends, mate. 105 gold for that, mate. Oh wait, hold up. Let them get their rest, heal up.
You hear a small whimpering sound. She looks up at you as if to answer, but recoils at the sight of you and bears...
Because you're a master. Master sent us here. Me and Ma and Pa. She was not a nice lady. Lizards aren't nice ladies. They beat me. Gee, you don't sound like a master. You're nicer than the others. But I still miss my Ma and Pa. Parents are the best. They take care of you and make sure nothing can hurt you. And when they leave, you're all alone.
Her eyes lock with yours for a moment. She places her head on her knees and sits quietly.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
The child doesn't lift her head.
Okay. That's all we get out of that.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey. It appears confused and...
Okay. You know, I'm not even sure. Okay. The other thing as well, by the way, is you can do... Hold up. Learn that skill. Ah, yes, learn that one. What? How? Then again, I suppose every lizard is different, so we'll leave it at that.
I told him I'd known exactly, didn't I?
You, help me teach this beast. He must respect. If not, he comes for you next.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves. revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you...
Get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
You're kinda getting too big for your boots, you know? Bloody cavies ought to keep out of our... This time, mate. This time.
Yeah, well, you can keep your this time, because we had smoky. Alright, so she wants us to follow her, but what I'm gonna do, guys, because I'm not gonna lie, I can only play these types of games for a certain amount of time before it gets to a point where I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I enjoy this game, but I enjoy it in short bursts. Because, as you can see, I mean, don't get me wrong, games like Baldur's Gate, games like Divinity Original Sin 2, even Command & Conquer, I might end up swapping this game out for something else and just do videos. Just do video content for this game. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think streaming these kinds of games, I don't know, just in my opinion, like, actually, just before I do that, there is one person.
Tides in and out and in again. Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. We are unfamiliar yet familiar. We are the same material, you agree? I am very curious. So tell me your tale. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. Ah, you want reunion. Life is lonesome. Yes, life is lonesome. The thing you love is gone. I have something for you, my friend. A gift. We can see the things we lose, not with our eyes, but with our hearts. This ruby does the trick.
Interesting.
It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
That's interesting. We'll have to come back to him, because he's got some interesting bits. Okay, what do you have? That's a wand.
Tides in and out and in again.
She needs a staff. I think if there's a blacksmith, I'm going to quickly go there. But there is something I'm going to quickly do before we go to the blacksmith, and then I'll probably call it. Like I said, not going to lie, this game is good, but I don't think it's...
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Baldur. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. The love of my life, Gret. She passed in the night. Something in the stomach. Doctor couldn't help her.
He tenderly runs a hand along the coffin's side panel.
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me for using warped wood on her final bed. Then she'd laugh and kiss me. Just here.
The man holds a hand to his cheek for a moment. He turns from you, lines up another nail, and hammers it into the panel.
Brick. I mean, I could... suppose technically, I could kill him for doing that.
The woman looks out on the jet.
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
You think twice about facing this mean world alone, eh? Someone to drink to in the evenings, someone to hold at night. If you've got those, you'll be alright. Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. It's nothing. If I haven't learnt that by now, I haven't learnt anything at all. Used to be I had a family, a husband, and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for them to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan, he was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Could fix a broken bone in a short minute.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home for a pet.
Sorry, give me just a second. Interesting.
Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
He's toast. Alright, let's go and see if we can find a merchant.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if
Oh,
there are no
10
sources?
bottles of mead.
Yes,
1,000 bottles of
why is
dust.
source so dangerous? What is
50 bottles of tears. Oh,
not attracted to
make
source?
the hinges rust.
But why? When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sources? Why hasn't Alexander risen here?
How much? 240? We ain't got enough. Restoration. That's the kind of stuff that we need.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead, oh, 1,000 bottles of dust, 50 bottles of tears, oh, make the hinges rust.
Wait. Wait. I'm not gonna lie. We ain't gonna do that yet. Because if I remember correctly... Yeah, level 3. We ain't even level 3 yet, I don't think. Are we? No. Not even close, I don't think. Where's the XP bot? I can't even remember.
Amidst a crowd of...
And what you after? I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? All manner of things. Have a look.
Might be useless, but money. $424. Right, what else does she have that we might be able to use? Magic Armor 2. She hasn't really got, like, much else for us, has she? I'll take the money. Alright. I'm going to leave it there, guys. So, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to hit the like. Consider subscribing if you're new, and feel free to join the Discord. Discord link is down in the description below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this stream as well, and you're watching this back as a video, comment down below if you want to see me stream it more. I'm gonna be honest. It's most likely going to be a video. It's most likely going to be all in video form, and I'm going to see how it goes. But I'm probably going to replace this game with another game. Actually, I'm not gonna end the stream right there. You know why? Actually, I am gonna leave the stream here, but I'm gonna boot up another stream. I'm gonna stream a different. Well, I'm gonna see if I can boot up another game and have that replace this. So I'll be right back. I'll probably be back in about, say, 5 minutes or so. Give it 10 minutes to be on the safe side. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys in next stream, which is in about 10 minutes. Take care, and I'll see you guys in just a second.